Just as a recap, we have started with and basic introduction about intellectual property, and slowly we move into some basic, or I can say the day-to-day life inventions, how it really works on, and as well as we have forwarded through the next stage of how the basic thinking ability can be effectively enhanced. So this is the way we have started the day one, followed by we have slowly moved into day two about various forms of IPR, and we could assess different forms of IPR starting from patents, trademarks, copyrights and related rights, industrial designs, geographical indications, semiconductor integrated layout, and finally plant variant or plant patents, plant variety patents we have landed. And we have discussed one basic thing, that it's all about how these IPs are being a part of our life, right? So that is the thing which we understood for the past 2 days. So this is the recap for the past 2 days. Now, I would like to emphasize one thing for you very clearly, that please have it in your mind. Now you have an idea, and that is going to convert it into one form of IP, and that is specifically as patent. I will first let you know why we need to emphasize for the patent and what is the importance of patents first, because we have seen n number of variants in IP, but why specifically patents? Why those specific importance we are giving to the patents? So let us start today's session with that, and we move towards the different segmentations in patenting, or different stages in patenting. First and foremost thing, we need to understand one parameter, that why patent? Why not other form of IP? If you take it in a different perspective from other IP, what is the identity this patent possesses? First and foremost thing we need to understand here is, what is that? This form of IP is most relevant to day-to-day life products as well as process. You could say most of the inventions in and around of us in the form of a products. And next thing is about the validity of patent, it's valid only for 20 years. Third most important thing is, compared to all other IP, if we are really good enough in developing this form of IP, that is patent, financial aspect has better growth compared to all other forms of IP. Even in yesterday's discussion, we understood that a few forms of IP cannot be owned by the individuals, like geographical indication, right? So these things we need to be very, very clearly understood, that patents is more related to product and process, right? So, and most of you are academicians, and being a part of engineering or in arts, we knowingly unknowingly moving with in and around of the novel product as well as process. So that is the reason why I am going to take this form of IP for the complete week. And you have this idea always with you, that you have a product, end of the session at least you should convert this into a patent, right? How that could be bridged, that gap we are slowly going to bridge, right? Most of you, I could see the participants list. In that, most of you are doctorate holders. And what is the specific identity, how each and everything should be started, you all well known about that. How your problem can be identified, generally through different sources, but if you consolidate everything, what is the one identity we possess? Literature survey. We need to know the existing literature or existing documents related to our own, might be a problem statement here in patent, right? This we need to have very very clear vision that for any problem or any statement can be gathered or narrowed down to our invention based on literature survey. Here also we are going to do the same thing. Anything or any identity for a new invention is start from the basics of search, right? Simply search plays the role here. We here and call it as prior art search or in general pattern search, right? We have specific databases for that and even some very specific paid sources are available for doing the pattern search. Now slowly we move into the first segmentation. I have an idea how I need to evaluate it. That is the difference in doing literature survey and pattern search. Whatever the data we have, we are consolidating and completing, or we are consolidating and giving in the form of the existing literature. But here one more assessment is starting in this stage itself. What is that? With those literature, we need to differentiate our invention from other inventions, right? That is the important thing which we need to understand here. And compared to different segments here, all the existing literatures should have the differentiation from our own invention. Please understand this, right? Assume I have some set of 10 inventions with me or 10 articles related to my invention. For sure, our invention should be different from all these 10 inventions. Please understand this, because in literature survey we least bother about the number of inventions that is been available. We are simply gathering the data and adding and compiling. We never bother whether it is exactly related to our own idea or not. But here it is the important first step in ensuring or validating your invention. Please don't proceed to next stage of patent without doing prior art search or pattern search in a colloquial term. Please don't do that, because I'll give even an example. We all have so many ideas with us, and generally after discussing with some of our friends and do some Google search, we come to know that this is not existing. Then directly we go for patent filing. Today I will show you one example with a small case study how really we need to do this search, right? And please excuse me if I do some mistakes in this, because all these are my own interpretations in doing the pattern search, right? Because this I have derived of my own terminologies, because again a pattern search or prior art search is the art, right? This varies between each and every one. You might surprise what is there. We are going to give the keyword, it is output, but that is not the real case. Now you are going to validate your idea, first and foremost thing. Okay, that I was explaining to you. What are all the other important steps involved in this, right? If there is related more inventions, we should not proceed to the next step. What is that? Filing the patent. Because there are n number of inventions related to that, we need to have distinct invention from others. Please understand this very very clearly. So that is the reason why the second point state that potential to save your money. Even some effective pattern search personals, they specifically state that in their resume even, stating that I have saved 1 crore rupees by avoiding the patent filing, because that much important stage is for doing the assessment or validation of your invention. Please note this. Please don't proceed without that, right? That is the reason why it will give the potential money saving parameter. What is the next stage? It will give confidence to your invention. If you are keep doing or keep searching the inventions in any of the databases, it will add the value to your invention, or it will provide the confidence to your invention. So automatically we will have better step can be taken after doing the pattern search, right? And if you are effectively doing this, we can reach the stage 3, that is pattern grant, like a cakewalk. If you are failing to do this, then our grant, that is third stage of patent, is again a question mark, right? How do we generally do the search? Most of you know this answer, because now Google search engine become our foremost primary parameter, right? Even now we have changed the proverb. What is that? Proverb generally we have Mada, Pida, Guru, Devam. Now we have changed it to Mada, Pida, Google, Devam, because most of our search, everything, even I am searching my phone number in Google, right? That much been a part and part of our life Google played, right? None of the companies or even none of the institutions will run without Google. If Google said I'm going to shut down for a few days, most of our works are going to be standstill, right? Likewise, it is very, very important. So those things, and we need to understand this parameter very, very clearly, that how do we need to do the search and what type of keyword should be given. Mostly we are doing the keyword search here in Google, right? How do we select the keyword? I will take you through one small demo so that you could better understand the importance of giving the keyword. I am here and taken once known, well-known invention, pen, for our understanding. So what is the ultimate aim of my search? First, I am defining my search should be specific, very, very, very specific, right? Because if you give some inputs to the Google, for sure it will revert with some answers, right? But that is not the real parameter. But whether will it fulfill our needs, that we need to understand in a much, much better way, right? What is the conclusion? So let me give one example. First thing we are going to search is, what is that? Rorito. Understand, please understand this. Rorito red ballpoint pen is my invention, right? Rorito is a company name. Red ballpoint pen is the keyword which I required. I am very specific with inventing a red ballpoint pen as well as this Rorito company as a benchmark, right? How I should generally give the keyword? Generally, we start with, because it's related to pen, most of us will start with pen as the keyword. Just look at it. If I'm giving the pen as a keyword in the Google database, could you please see the results? It's almost 141 crores hit, right? Do any one of us have the guts to proceed further? Most of our answers will be no, right? That to think about the time period is just within a second, right? How do I confine towards my invention? This is, take it as a raw keyword. You need to work for your own ideas. Then only you can interpret parallelly how really we need to give, how specific we should be, right? That is the whole idea of this demo, right? First keyword I have given is it has 141 crore hits. Look at it. Here, historically, reed pens, quill pens, and dip pens, and sharp pens, best pens, fountain pen, ballpoint, roller, gel, fill tip. Likewise, it's highlighting all the pen variants. But what is my identity? I would like to have only ballpoint pen. This is my second keyword. Right now I have given only ballpoint pen. You could see ballpoint pen is highlighted, even ball pen is highlighted, right? Ballpoint pen knife, ballpoint pen artwork, roller pen also been a part of this entire search. So it comes hardly around 2.84 crores. Now my question is, if I'm adding one term, right, how it actually narrow down? Most of you know the answer for this. Pen contains all the related items, including the dip pen. Olden days we used to have the dip pens, just we dip in the ink and we start writing. So that is how we generally started, right? So if it is only pen, it will consolidate all the parameters involved in it, right? But by including one term, I am narrow downing only to the ballpoint pen, not to the other types of pen here, right? Still it is 2.84 crores. It is not easy to have our idea or imagination to go for this particular type of invention. Then I am still further optimizing my keyword. What is the keyword I have given? Red ballpoint pen. Now almost search became off, right? 1.35 crores, right? Now I have included the keyword red here. That's all, right? But still this is not my holistic requirement, and with this also I cannot go for defining my new invention. That is very hard for us. Out of 1.35 crores, my invention should grow further to obtain the final stage of one invention. That is very hard, right? Here again I'm introduced the new keyword called red ballpoint pen. So it neglected blue and other ballpoint pen variants. It shows only the red ballpoint pen variant, right? Now this is my destination. What is that? Red, sorry, Rorito red ballpoint pen. I am going to work only with the Rorito variant of the red ballpoint pen. That is my final destination, right? Could you please check the number of hits or result? Still it is 70,300 results, right? Still it is not easy to confine. Now this question is for you, but you don't want to answer it now. You just think about it. How I can further reduce without introducing any keywords? Because most of you will know the answer for this generally. What is that? I shouldn't use any keywords, additional keywords in this, but I need to narrow down our search, right? So one simple technique is adding the double quotation, right? What is the difference? How Google generally works for this double quotation, right? It's very simple, very simple that if we give Rorito red ballpoint pen, generally it will search for all the four keywords with the plus as the token. That is Rorito plus red plus ballpoint plus pen is the search given to the keyword. It is not the mistake of the Google. You might think again it's four keyword. What is the impact of this double quote, right? This simple impact of this double quote, could you please see the search results now? It is narrowed down to 18,700 results. Please understand, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any magic. Just I have added the word called, special character as a double quotation for ballpoint. Now, how the search is generally carried out, we could even very well see here, ballpoint is bold, right? How generally search carried out, Rorito plus red plus ballpoint is the identity, right? Now, further I am reducing down, right? What is that? Rorito plus red ballpoint pen as the total keyword search. Here you could very well see, notice that red ballpoint pen as a single term. Just think about the search result. Only 477. Now, most of you would come to the conclusion that out of 500, it is easy for us to derive one invention. You may think like generally in some of the marketing strategies, or if you go for any what is that, profit based business, they'll start from zero and they will land it up with 1 or 2 crores in few years of time period. It is not the magic like that. I am simply using the common database for your understanding, and also I am not using the complex technical keywords, very simple keywords for your understanding, just ballpoint pen alone, right? Now you can do this, you can very well alter for your own invention. Now you can simply see that it is narrowed down to less than 500 results, right? That's why I didn't skip any step. You may feel like it's very kiddish, but this is most important because there are n number of databases. Each and every database has its own way of searching, but one most important thing which I would like to highlight is this double quotation works in most of the databases. I'll give assurance for you. Okay, you don't want to bother much because this is the common special characters generally they adopt in all the databases. Don't confuse, I'm keep using the word database. It's nothing like Google. We have some specific paid and free databases to do the pattern search. That's all. That is also not like a big terminology which you get confused. It's very simple. All are very simple thing. Now I don't know how many of you really understood the parameters. Please work on in this fashion for your invention. That itself get you the better result. Further, there are some ways of doing it. I will just introduce you. Again, please don't get confused. These are all very simple technology. We can easily proceed further. Okay, this is the thing which I'd like to highlight. Search should be carried out with precise keywords, right? This one of the famous story even I told in the first class, I hope so. Generally, a kid, if you ask to choose a doll in a shop, it will say very specifically. For example, red color tie or red color car with white color antenna, red color car with black color tire. Likewise, it's very precise. Our keywords also should be very precise, right? Okay, all your questions might be in this way. How further I could do the search in a better way? Yes, we can do in better way, but before I go to that part, I will just say how the art of search or pattern search works. This is one of the things which we need to understand very clearly, right? And generally in offline workshops, I'll ask this question at this point generally. What is the alternative keywords or synonyms if exist? For example, pen can be expressed in different ways also. What are all those ways, right? But one thing I should like to highlight here, you need to describe the word pen without using the word pen, right? Again, don't get confused. I'll give an example also. Pen can be expressed as a writing tool, writing device. Somebody by mistake they can use writing equipment, right? These are all some of the alternative keywords. You can ask this question, then how can I refine it? It is mandatory for us. We need to do search even for the synonyms. Then only we can land it up with the exact relevancy for our invention, right? Even pen can be expressed in this format also, like a full statement. It is a device used to convert our thoughts into letters or alphabets or any writing format. Think about it. This is also a kind of pen. Even pen can be expressed in this way. We know we may not neglect this, or we cannot say this is the wrong thing to do, or we cannot say the inventor or any applicant or any patent agent, you shouldn't use these kind of words to describe pen, because that is the synonyms for the every word. So please understand, you need to search for your own technical terminologies along with the synonyms too. First thing which you need to understand very clearly, what is the art behind this. Most of our search won't get the answer immediately, right? Correct search result is not immediate always. That is the first slogan which you need to understand while doing pattern search. Second thing, and I need to give explanation also for this, why it is not immediate. Because as I said, we need to search for alternative keywords, and even databases are getting updated in a much faster way. Maybe for the day one, I might have got some 500 results. Day two, if I work on for the same keyword, I may get 505 or 510, right? Likewise, the parameters keep changing, our databases keep updating day by day. Hope you understood why it is not so easy to carry out just like that, right? Next thing which you need to understand is, it requires many iterations to obtain the suitable result. That is why I keep mentioning it as art. It is not the fixed content. If you are following these steps, your answer will be correct. No, there is no fixed steps like that, right? We have n number of iteration is required. For example, as we did with a simple Rorito red ballpoint pen, almost we have crossed upon some 5 or 6 keyword, then only we have landed at least towards 500, right? So this we need to understand very clearly, right? It requires n number of iterations to obtain the final destination. Please be sure about it. What is the third one? Okay, he started describing to stop searching. That is not the real meaning behind this. I am not threatening you, but if you are practicing it, it is a very simple technique, because I myself learned in a better way. Because why I am stating I myself, I am not the really a brilliant student in college days. In BE, I got 7 arrears and I got only 70% mark. In your terminologies, like most of the doctorate's terminologies, I am very below average student. I myself learned, you all can learn in a much better way. But again, it requires adequate practice. You need to understand how the keywords are effectively working on. For sure, you can do it. That is not really a big and tough task, but you can do it. But it requires constant practice. I took almost 7 years to understand how really it could evolve or how that could be optimized. I myself derived some of the specific keyword search mechanisms, like a flow charts. I have made some 8 methodology to arrive or do the database search in an effective manner, right? So it is not really a tough thing, but it requires constant practice. These 3 things you need to understand very clearly, right? So we have some different types of pattern search. I don't want to really confuse you a lot, right? Because there are many types of pattern search available today. Each and every individual, if you ask, they have their own methodology to conclude. These are all some of the famous, or I can say these are all some of the specific variants of pattern search, right? But I didn't mean that this is the overall consolidation of all the pattern types or variants. No, as I said, each and every agent, if you're a patent agent or if you ask any patent attorney, they may have their own ideologies of doing a search in a fast, precise, and effective manner, right? So just as a glimpse, I'll give you, there are few famous variant of patent search, that is patentability search, infringement search, freedom to operate search, state of art search, and validity search, right? Even I'll just take you through a small walkthrough about all these 5 and 6 techniques. There are one more technique also there, but don't get confused because this itself has some overlaps also. But don't confuse, but you don't want to bother all this. Our known thing is with the keyword, I will introduce you one of the code with these two thing itself much more enough to do the search in the better way, right? So let me take you through this. First one is pattern search, that is pre-application search. Before we get into that, we need to do the pattern search, that we call it as pre-application search, right? Second one, validity search. As we all know, every patent has its own life, that is 20 years. All the patents are valid only for 20 years. We cannot renew the same invention even for one day. Please ensure this. Okay, and why we need to do this search? This is because, as we all know, now the technology 3D printing is evolving like anything, and it is rising day by day. That patent got expired in the year almost around 2005 or 6. That time, after that, the growth in the field of 3D printing is enormous. You all aware of that. So similarly, if you are planning for some invention, if you find how when it got expired or how whether it is expired or not, to understand the specific technology's life, we are doing this validity search. How generally need to do? In generally all the patent databases, we have the column for particular time period. I'll show an example also how that could be defined. Maybe last 20 years or last 10 years. Likewise, we can segregate, or even from the fixed time. If you know the invention is filed in the year 1983, obviously it is going to expire in the year 2003. But how the variants are being a part also can be assessed. Very simple validity search to understand whether the technology is in live stage or expired. That's it. Next one, state of art search. This is like a new technology in the field of interest, like a literature survey, like existing solution, you can consolidate. I request even people, those who are doing PhD, please look at this search. Really, how worth our problem statement is. Please validate using this. I know most of you are doing with journal databases. I didn't mean it is wrong. Please don't mistake me. I request you to the pattern search also, because those databases may take time to update, but pattern databases update day by day. Might be little lag, maximum of a week. That's it. Right? I'll show you WIPO, one of the pattern databases, for your understanding. Therein, you can get the update every day. I'm damn sure about it. You can very well understand the output of the or validate your problem statement effectively using that database, right? So that is the one. Next, FTO generally call it as freedom to operate search. This is very specific. I'll give one small example. Assume you have a plan of opening a tea shop in your area. First, generally, we look for the budget and we look for the place. After that, immediate thing what generally we prefer to do, one important thing, what is that? How many tea shops are there in the nearby area? Most of you will agree with me. Yes? Yes. So this is the one similar to the FTO, that is freedom to operate search. What actually it will state? In WIPO, we have a tab called analysis. In that you could find who are all the inventors, who are all the applicants, which country they belongs to, and what are all the competitive companies are there for your invention can be easily identified. Like however, how we are identifying the nearby competitors with our physical search, herein we are doing using FTO, freedom to operate search. If you find there is very less people, those who are working in our technology, or we could see the year-wise database of that particular inventions update. If you feel it is exponentially growing, even you can choose that, right? So this is the purpose of freedom to operate search. Next one, infringement search. What is that? Patent claims from the unexpired patent. Infringement, don't get confused with this term, simply meaning of copying, that's it, right? Copying from meaning is here, and we might wrote the same content unknowingly from the existing databases. We generally don't have the intention to copy from others, but unknowingly we may replicate the claims provided in the existing unexpired patent databases, right? That also we need to understand clearly that unexpired means it is in live state, we cannot claim it. You may ask this question again, what if we copied from the expired? Yes, that is also wrong practice. But why they are focusing only on unexpired? This is the recent one. Generally, none of the technology will go the reverse trend. Always the trend will be in the forward direction, always adding one top of another, another top of another. We are keep climbing the ladder in the advancement. So if you are looking only for the unexpired patent, that itself provide the better identity, right? So that is a meaning for infringement search. That is from the unexpired patents, we shouldn't copy the claims specifically, right? What is next? Landscape search. This is again, this was like a analysis, right? This is almost equal to FTO, freedom to operate search. We can identify who are all the competitors. Why I have specifically mentioned this one is, even you could see the years, country, all the analysis can be get it within a click. With one touch or one tap, we can get all the databases in our related to our search result or invention, right? So that's why I specifically mentioned separately as a, we call it as landscape analysis or themescape analysis, right? You don't want to confuse with these terminologies. It is not necessary at all. Just you can understand one thing. For our invention, we can easily find the competitive applicant, inventor, country, year, and how many in our region as well, right? Specifically in our region, what I'm trying to mean is only India. We cannot segregate whether it is Tamil Nadu or Kerala or Andhra. Those segregations we couldn't do, but in our nation as a whole, we can identify or get through the people, those involved who involved in our invention, related to our invention. Fine. So what is next? This is the one I would like to mention. First, we all aware of keyword search because most of us are doing only keyword search. I would like to reduce further or narrow down towards my invention little further. How I could do that? By using the classification number. What is this? What is the meaning for classification? Prema ma'am, I request you to unmute, please. Okay, thank you. Sorry for the trouble. So this is the thing which we need to understand. Importance of classification number. What is the meaning for that? why we need classification number? These are all the questions occurs, right? So why all these are important? For example, if we have only keywords, there may be always some two particular variants. For example, you are looking at the pen as a single invention, but in all over the world, or most of us have difference of opinion, or I could say it is not alone pen, right? I'll give again the same example. Pen, it has refill. Refill is filled with the ink. It is made up of chemical, right? So think about it. Refill has some different material. One particular type involved in pen, that is refill with a different material. Ink is another one. Third one is the outer cover, and also it has some ergonomic features. So simply if we take it, pen alone is not only one single invention, it minimum comprises of 4 inventions in it. Then if we are keep searching only for the pen related to that, then we cannot narrow down our search. Please understand. If we are looking only for the ink of the ballpoint pen, this keyword or this specifically we need to move towards the IPC classification code for ink. Along with we can use even the pen classification number also. Please understand. I hope you may get confused in this place. Very simple. Assume one single part or component comprises of 4 different entity into it, right? Pen comprises of 4 components, but each and every component has its own different materials involved in it, right? As simple as that. So each and every one should have its own identification. That's all. One alone won't work here. Pen is a common keyword alone won't work here. We need to have the combination of all this to arrive to the conclusion, right? So again, I don't want to confuse you. If you don't know anything, please leave it. Only keyword search is enough. You don't want to get confused with this. But simply as a whole, for that one keyword, you can find easily the code word or IPC, International Pattern Classification number. That is, I have taken only for the pen. Its most preferred one is B43K. You may ask this question, where do I get this? It is readily available in WIPO website, World Intellectual Property Organization website, right? That they preferred this. Even if you must, for few may published Indian patent, they could easily see this IPC classification in your published patent, right? Similarly, Europe and US, they combinedly come to the classification number, that is CPC, Cooperative Pattern Classification number, right? This is also mostly followed worldwide. I recommend you to go with IPC classification always, because that is followed universally, right? I think if you are doing a search with one particular keyword with one particular classification number, that itself will be sufficient for you to narrow down towards your search. You don't want to really make it more complex, but I don't want to leave out without stating how it should work. So that is the reason why I mentioned you can work with combination of 3 or 4 keywords in a single go for your invention, right? Still, if you have further queries, for sure we'll discuss in our Q&A session in detail. Okay, these are all some of the paid databases. Thomson Invention, Quastel Arbit. There are n number of different sequence search are some of the paid databases. Lexis and Nexus, there is one good paid databases, but I didn't include here in, but that is very costly, but that is effective. You may ask the next question. What is the difference between paid database and free database? This paid databases will assist you to provide the one variant which we have discussed today, that is also it gives synonym search also, not to the fullest extent, to a little extent. Also, one more important thing I would like to highlight here is this search Along with that, specifically, even I don't know how many of you familiarize with plagiarism softwares. You can easily search for combination of 3 words or 5 words or 10 words in sequence. Similarly, they have specific identification for their own paid databases. They will assist you. For example, take scanning electron microscope, one example, right? There are 3 words, right? Generally, if you put scanning electron microscope, as we discussed, separately search for scanning microscope separately and scanning electron separately and microscope separately. But this paid databases give the option that scanning electron as a single word, even if you add one more term middle and then followed by the microscope word, they will have some bridge. Again, please don't get confused. Simply you know only one thing. Simply you understand one thing, that is paid databases will also do to a little extent about the synonyms also. That is sufficient. Particularly people those who are working in chemistry, they can use this PubChem and Spider. Sorry, these are all some of the paid databases. These are all free databases. Most of the government, I mean the database operated by the government, by the specific government, all are free. That is US PTO, that is US one, eSpace, this is European one. This is the most important thing I would like to mention here, and that is World Intellectual Property Organization, that is WIPO. They termed the patent database as patent scope, right? patentscope.wipo.int. And this one, patent lens, it has both free and paid version. This is also a good one, free patent online, so very good. And this is our god, like Google patent search, and this is our Indian variant, Indian one, ipindiaservices.gov.in. So just I'll give small demo. So if you type Google patent search, it takes you to the link patents.google.com. It looks like this, right? You could see here in include non-patent literature, that is it mentioned as Google Scholar. What is the meaning for that? Most of you know the answer for this. That is journals also included. Just give a tick mark, it will take you to the new page like this. It includes patents, journals as well. But I recommend you don't restrict your search only with the patent databases. Please do it in Google also, because some of the products that exist in real time, few might not been filed as a patent. Directly they develop the products and take it to the market as well. Please understand that. Don't think that only we need to do the search in patent search or patent databases alone. It is, I recommend you to do the normal Google search also along with the specific patent searches. Next one, this is, as I said, our own system, that is Indian IP India services.gov.in/public search. It takes you to this one. What is the meaning for this INPAS? Indian Patent Advanced Search System. That's it. It will take you to this particular page. Here you could see the different items of search or types of search, right? You could search only for the title, abstract, complete specification, or application number, patent number. Application number is different. Once you are filed, you will get the application number. Patent number you get only after patent gets granted. Applicant name, inventor country, inventor address, office of filing. We have generally 4 offices to file patent as of 4 metro: Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai and Delhi. Even with that we can do the search. Also PCT, I'll take you through PCT in detail while discussing about patent filing procedures. So in that PCT I will explain to you. So even you could see the initial stage, whether it is a published one or granted one. This is the one I was mentioning to you, application date, that is from which year to which year or from which date to which date. We can easily segregate and herein you could see and as an operator, this plus this, application number plus applicant name. Likewise, we can do it in combination, or you can search. Here you can use the pull down button. If you click on that, you could get the or also, either this or that. Those operations are very simple. It is easily you can do it. You don't want anyone's help. It is very simple. Give and type the captcha here and give search. It will take you to the recommended search. Why they have given this? For example, in my name, for example, Balaji, right? If I'm stating, there might be thousands and thousands of Balajis who filed a patent. So it is very, very hard for them to find. Even now you can easily narrow down, because Raja sir, while giving the introduction, he told around 55 patents are published by me. You may think, okay, this is only numbers. It might not be there in the patent search. Just today you go and try in this InPass, applicant name type Balaji, applicant address just type KPR. It shows hardly around 40-45 patents. Why rest it won't show? Rest I have filed before I joined this college. So there it comes under only my name. It won't comes under this, right? So why I'm stating all this is, if you are doing a search, you need to ensure whether it is published also. That is also mandatory for a applicant to know or inventor to know, right? What is the next one? FTO, as I mentioned, this is one of the good databases. Again, it's a free database. It comprises of all US applications, European applications, German applications, non-patent literature. Also, you could see the WIPO PCT one also. And also it will give another order or another range, which year to which year, last 20 years. This belongs to, most of you understood that, infringement search, right? Just only for the last 20 years. Similarly, chronological order you can search, or relevancy order. This is the important thing which we can understand by doing this free patents online website. What is the meaning for this relevancy? Relevancy is simple. If your keyword matches 100%, it will set one range. It starts with 1000, right? 1000, 999, 980. Likewise, the order of the search will display in that way, so that we can conclude that after, if it is goes more than or less than 500, that it is not most relevant. Even here you could include all the databases like non-patent literatures as well, right? This is the one easy in terms of finding the relevancy in a single click, right? And like most important one, I preferred all of you should use this, because WIPO comprises of more than 150 countries database in a single go. India also part of it, right? In most of the databases, we need to search in a different database to obtain that. But this one will take you directly to 152 countries database in a single go, right? Again, the keywords are very simple and easier. You can search using title or abstract or publication date or application number. This is WIPO. Specifically, they have publication number. This is all about PCT. I don't want to confuse you now. Just think about it. We can get it. That in PCT, we'll have separate publication number that I will explain to you. Or you can directly go to the WIPO website. You can give some Google search for PCT based patents. There you could find this WIPO application number. Sorry, WIPO publication number, right? And this was the one I was mentioning to you, analysis. If you click for the analysis tab, generally, if you, one second, here in the at the last you can have the search. Just you click on the search, it will take you to the next slide like this. Below you could see the different inventions. Okay, you all may surprise that who is the leading manufacturers for the pen. Most of your answers are Parker, right? But please do the search. This is why I would like to emphasize all of you to do the pattern search. Who is the dominant player in pen, you could see Microsoft Office. This is also Microsoft Office. This is also Microsoft Office. This is also Microsoft Corporation. Combinedly, if you could see, Microsoft itself filed around or more than 10,000 patents in pen. Think about it. We all know Samsung is famous for electronics and mobile, but here you look at it, they also filed in pen around 10,000 plus. Think about it. These are all the applicants for the pen invention itself. And our superhero Silver Brukia, I don't know from which country he belongs to, he alone filed 1,272 inventions only in pen. Think about it, how complex it is. I could show the IPC number classification code for you, that is B43K. You could see how many. Here we have another classification codes also more relevant, but still this I could see this also a part of it. And you could see even in the year 2020 almost 8,000 patents are filed in pen invention alone. Think about it, right? That's why I request you not to file without doing the patent search. That is my request, even because most of you are filing and most of the applications are getting rejected by stating you are not fulfilled the basic criterias. What are all those criterias? Novelty, inventive step, and industrial applicability. If you do the search effectively, it will reveal the status of novelty. Hope you all understood now.